What's up, you guys? Welcome back to part 6. I made some changes to the song. I will let you know what those are, but we're just going to give the song a quick listen to. So let's take a listen. Some stuff. Alright, so here's a few things I did just to kind of, I do like a few things. Like what I do before I start recording these videos is I look at the session and I just clean up the little things that I could quickly explain to you guys instead of taking up video time to do on camera, and it's really boring stuff that wouldn't interest you anyway. So all I did was I did change what was being played here on the in the drop section. So I just changed the pattern up, and then I copied the pattern over and over and over to this track and this one up here, so these two, and then I brought it up to the bass part up here. Where's the fucking bass part? Oh, so I took out the bass part because I didn't like it, but then I used that same pattern with the super saw stuff, and then I automated this pitch to go like this, and it just sounds really cool like that. So that's all I did, other than I brought in another sample. So it's this snare. I'm sure you guys will like this sample. It's a very popular sample, everyone uses it. So now if you guys didn't have that, you have it now. Just be sure to download this Ableton project in my off my Facebook there. That's where I manage all my downloads. I could give you guys a direct link to it, but that's just where I put my links to everything, so it makes it beneficial for you guys to know where I put all my downloads instead of just putting it in the videos itself. And let's see, so I changed that. I kind of figured out a way to loop back into another section, so I'm kind of done writing new parts, because if you think about it, the red stuff here is the intro. The orange stuff is the is kind of a verse, and the yellow stuff is just builds and transitions, and then the green stuff is just the drop. So as you can see, I've kind of color coded it, and really in each song you really might only need to write 4 or 5 parts, which is intro, verse, drop or chorus, whatever you want to call it, a bridge. A bridge is just one music, it's kind of like a transition, but it's musical, so it could be like another verse that just gets you from the end of the drop to like a previous part of the song, so that's called a bridge. And then the 5th part is just kind of like builds and or outros. So you know, there's a lot of parts obviously, but you know, 4 is like the minimalistic, so like what I have here: intro, verse, build, drop, and then I'm not gonna have a bridge that links the end of this drop to back to the red. So because I kind of have this point right here that I start to because there's kind of a rules of 3. So every 4 bars, let me kind of just quickly demonstrate what I'm talking about. This is kind of important structuring stuff. So every 4 bars, I consider that like one segment. So this is all one segment of music that is just meant to be the same. and then the next 4 bars I bring in new elements to keep it going, and then on the third segment, so another 4 bars later, I start to kind of make it as big as possible, and then by the time it gets to the 4th one, I'm already building out of it. So there's kind of a rule of threes with music. So every 4 bars I consider a segment, and you're supposed to have at most like 3 repeating segments. So you don't want to have this one segment play for like 5. You don't want to repeat this segment like 5 times, because then by then it gets a little boring, and people have short attention spans anyway. So you want to not repeat your segments more than 3 times. So that's what I do here. I repeated it once, and I added in new stuff, and then I repeated it again, and then I brought in even more stuff, and then I repeat it one final time, but by then it's almost a different part, because now it's like a build out. So this is like the drop right here. Loops back into whatever I want. So let's see, I think I had it come into here. Obviously I'd have to clean that up and make that happen, so I might do that later on. I'm gonna just kind of look around to see what I might want to fix, if I want to make the drop a little bit crazier or better, if I want to add in some melodies. I mean, I'll just have to see what I want to do. So I'm just going to give this a listen from here. Actually, I might save the melody idea for the second verse. So this orange stuff is like my verse. Okay, so let me see. I do want to give this last part a listen. You know what? I think I want to add in an extra layer to the drop section. So I'm just going to Command D on the last track here, and I'm going to delete this. Oh, I forgot. I did add in one more thing off camera, which was this reverb aux. So someone asked me the other day like why you could only use 2 sends in Ableton. I was like, that is not true at all. You can use as many sends as you want. To add more, you just hold down Option, Command, and T. So you can add more sends like that. But I don't need this extra one. So I made a send of this group right here. So I sent this, all the signal and all the synths are in here, to A. And what I did inside of here was I added on a reverb, and I just put the dry wet to around 39%. I put a little bit of low cut and high cut, just very small. You don't have to. I set a decay time of 2 seconds around there. And I put the diffuse and reflect all the way up, and I turned off spin and reflect, pre-delay all the way down. I don't know if I just said that, but whatever. So I have this big reverb here. At least I consider it to be a big reverb. So I have this reverb here, and what I did was I put a gate right after the reverb. This is an old school trick. This people have been doing this trick for like decades, I guess. So what you do is you have a reverb, and then you put a gate. You sidechain the gate to the group that where the reverb is getting its audio from. So so in this case it's group 31. That's where I'm sending the signal to the reverb, and I'm gonna sidechain the gate back to this. So every time this group plays a note, the gate will open up and let the reverb pass through, and every time I'm not playing a note, the gate will close the reverb. So pretty much the reverb is only going to be audible while notes are playing, and when notes are not playing, the reverb will close. So it's kind of like having a big reverb tail while you're playing, but not when you're not playing. So I'll just kind of demonstrate that. I'll just go to something here. I'll just play some notes. Oh, I'm not using my keyboard here. Okay, so I gotta make sure it's in the threshold, because I set a threshold to this. Let me make sure my threshold is So I set my threshold to around -21 dB. Didn't do anything special in these two categories. I put the attack really low, or really fast. I mean, hold is like around 3.6 milliseconds. Release is around 52 milliseconds, just so it doesn't like close too fast and sound kind of harsh. And floor is around -42 dB. So you can hear it. We're just listening. So you notice that when I stopped playing, when there was like a natural dip in what was being played. So pretty much in these spaces where notes are not being played, the reverb is closed. So if I like took this out, or by the time it gets to like the end here, we're just gonna turn off the loop. See how that, hear how it just closed? So the way I'll demonstrate it is, let me open this on here. I'm gonna turn off the gate. You can really hear it like drag out the reverb. And now with this on, you hear it close. So it just keeps the mix from being, it just keeps the mix cleaner and reverb is not flying all over the place. So that's the other thing I did. So I kind of just wanted to throw that in there real quick. And now let me get back to what I was doing. Awesome segue, I guess. So I'm going to copy the notes from this higher one up here. It's the same notes, it's just being played much higher. And I'll just paste it in. And it's in massive, so that's good. And I'm just gonna look for like another super saw type sound. I have a few that like, just gotta remember what folder I put my presets in. I have like 25,000 massive presets that I've made or collected over the years, so definitely organization of my presets would help when I'm looking for stuff. That's another tip to you guys. You know, make friends with a lot of producers, and you know, be open to sharing ideas. Like for me, I've never been one of those people that likes to keep my production tips a secret, or I don't try to hold on to little gems and stuff of like producing. I share everything I know, and you know, I'm totally open to sharing, and that really has paid off, because when I meet other producers like myself that are just wanting to share and make good music, as opposed to just keeping productions tips a secret, we become closer and we share all of our knowledge, and we just get better and better. Because I've noticed people that like, you know, they get really weird if like I'm on their computer looking through their presets and they're like, hey man, don't do that, like my presets are for me and blah blah blah. It's like, man, you're just being really weird and really closed off, and there's no way I could work with someone like that. So make friends with a lot of producers, and kind of that are willing to share their knowledge and share your knowledge with them too, because that's how I've collected so many presets. We share each other's like work and stuff, so, and samples like that. So I have a lot of samples and presets just from you know, sharing my knowledge with people, and they share what they know with me or their stuff. So do that. That's a big tip. So maybe this will be something I'm looking for. And I'm not going to have it come in right away, so I'm going to look for this point here. I'm going to have it come in around there. It's a little bit too high, so maybe I'll go for another. Hold on guys, I need to pause real quick. With the quick pause, I just had to check something in the other room real quick. I have like 7 dogs in my house because my dog had puppies, so it's been really hard to take care of 7 dogs, live in this weird lifestyle that I do, produce music, work, go to college, and like last week was my finals week, or actually this week was my finals week. So you know, I've been stressing my time management. So okay, I'm just gonna keep going through presets. Can't emphasize how cool the oscillator phases is inside of Massive. It's like one of my favorite things about Massive. You know, people always you know, say bad things about Massive as a synthesizer, but that's just it's such a popular synthesizer that, you know, everyone likes to be kind of a hipster and rebel against it. I really love Massive. You know, at first when I started using Massive and I didn't know how to use it, I hated it. And I definitely jumped on the bandwagon of everyone who said it sucked and it was a crappy synthesizer and such. But once I started learning little things about it and I start to really feel like I know everything about it, I really love it. You know, it's a really, really good synthesizer that does a lot of things that other ones don't do. And, you know, some people complain that it's not high quality and stuff. Well, if you want something to sound high quality, just put up the voices, you know. Voicing gives off the impression of wideness and such and such. A lot of people, you know, stick to like 1 or 3 voices on this, and you know, you don't get those big sounds out of it. But you know, there's no such thing as a bad synthesizer anyway. They're just some that are lack a bunch of common features and such, but they all do the same things. You just have to know how to use them. But I think Massive is a really great synthesizer for anyone on any level, advanced, beginner, whatever. Everyone uses it. So that just kind of commends why it's so great, because it's so versatile. So, you know, don't listen to all that stuff. If people, actually, people should never listen to negative stuff. You know, just focus on what's good about things and keep working on those. But then again, we do learn from our mistakes. So I think I do like this layer, but I need to maybe lower the octave. So like this, I'll just go, yeah, that's cool. So just copy it like that. And I'm gonna lower it a bit. I'm gonna throw on maybe a wow filter, because I think I have a perfect preset that I made a while back ago that would fit on this. So I'm just going to my user folder here inside of my presets. Point of this layer is just to kind of go underneath everything else and just have a little bit of crunch to it. So I might want to throw on some more distortion. So I'm putting it really far down low in the mix. I don't want it to conflict with anything, and I just want it to be down there. Might have it come in on this next 4 bars, so just even later. So I'll just delete these 2, because each of these is like 2 bars long. So this is 1 bar, actually this is 1 bar, this is another bar, and 2 of these 2 bars is 4 bars. So you know, just whatever. Now I'm just gonna give that a listen. So So it's not the craziest drop ever. It's definitely not something that I would put out to be like as like a big chart destroyer or anything like that. But I think with some edits to some of the parts, I could really make it something nice. So something about I feel like there's just one more thing missing from this drop, and I'm trying to figure out what that element is. So I'm gonna make another layer, because layering is usually how I get these bigger tones. I'm gonna and delete the wow filter on this one. Just going to go back and find a supersaw like I was originally looking for. So I think it's in my newer presets, or the folder I call newer case. It's a subfolder of a subfolder. No, I think I looked at these, not old case aid. Maybe it was this one, but I gotta lower it. That's a good like undertone sort of thing, or not undertone, but like a undercurrent. So something that goes underneath everything else but kind of fills in the space. I don't know if I went over this, but I threw on a wow filter to this main lead. So I renamed some of the stuff here. So I want to maybe crunch it up some more, because I like how it sounds. It's aggressive, but I feel like it's just dominating everything else, and it's not really a nice sound to listen to. Maybe if I try a LFO. Let's see, somewhere around 300. So I'm just looking at it here. I'm going to maybe slow that rate down really slow. So okay. This is what it sounds like without it, and then with it. So it sounds really crunched up, and I think that's kind of what I want, or what will fit the most. So sometimes what sounds kind of bad by itself will sound good with everything else. I want to make the drop even longer than it already is. I think I want to go for like a double time sort of thing, or not double time, but like a double the length, instead of it being like a 16 bar. I think this is 16 bars, right? 4, 4, 4. Yeah, this is a 16 bar segment, so maybe I could double up and make it twice as long. So just do something like that. Why not? it is pretty short anyway, so maybe I'll find something to spice it up with over here. I know I'll loop back to here. So let's see. Wow. Come on. All right. I think it'd be really cool if it went back to this. Or no, I think I wanted it right around here. See, I can't even remember where I wanted things to start back at. I'm trying to figure out where I want to start. So that could work. I don't want to just blatantly just like duplicate all this and just have the whole song repeat. So I'm going to repeat everything up to here. Or I should just do one section at a time, honestly. So I'll just copy all that. I will now paste it. I'll just set a marker and paste it. So might want to create sort of a bridge, so I might make another part, so like a bridge between this and the final drops, because I feel like if I repeat this section again it would be just way too boring, so I don't want to do that. Something about this whole drop is kind of bothering me. It's not that it's not. Something about this main sound. I want to really figure this out. So let me see. What I could do is I could pan this super saw slightly to the left and pan the other one that's in here, this one that's kind of doing this whole pitch thing to the right a bit, so that it's just a little bit wider. But those are mixing things, so I shouldn't really be thinking about those sort of things too much. I just want to focus on writing. So let me see. This actually introduces a interesting opportunity here. So let me look at this one right here. Perfect. So I think I'm gonna copy the envelopes, so all this stuff, and I'm gonna put it on this massive here. So good thing I'm using both of these massive super saws. Actually, I think they're from the same preset family that I made. So I made these presets one after another because they're actually both called the same thing. They might be the same preset, so who knows. But it's okay. So now I've kind of done this. I'll configure this to that just so I can quickly click on this on the outside of the massive window. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but you can select an envelope you could right click on it and copy envelope, so just like that, which is I think it's Shift Command C, I'm not sure. And then you can go to another, and you can pretty much just paste that in if it matches the parameters in the synthesizer. So something like that. Interesting for this part, so maybe from this point just have it kind of go like this. Maybe just like a little roll into this next part, and these will be eighth notes, so 4, 5. It's sort of an odd number, but whatever. I think I'll just do it like this. Something like that. I'm not sure if that's better or worse, but I gotta listen to it. I think if it was faster, that would be better. Let's see. Yeah, I would prefer it to be faster. Just have it go in real quick. From here, come on, automation. I'll just do something like this. That's a little bit better for me. I like that a bit more. Things are kind of getting locked in, and what I mean by that is like things are starting to, they're gonna be like this. I'm pretty much making these decisions to keep it that way forever. I'm now gonna change one last thing, so it's gonna be this. I want there to be like notes that fluctuate, so I don't want just to keep playing this A note, so I'm gonna try to make it play different notes. So let me see. Oh, I could just only if it sounds good though. Sounds with everything else. And of course my minimalistic preferences and style kind of trumps that, so I'm not going to do that. kill those reverbs. So this, I feel like everything in here should be shorter. Okay, so just the longer notes. So what I like to do to hear how long reverbs are is I just like to play towards the end. So that's quite a bit of reverb on this, so I might want to just shrink it down. Even though the reverb is like a big part of this sound, I do want to have less of it. Okay, so that's significantly less. So there's not a lot there. So I think now if I listen to all of it, actually this one probably has a lot of reverb too. Yeah, that's a lot of reverb. So what I might want to do is go back over here and copy this gate. And I just might want to put it at the end. No, I gotta set the gate to itself. So this is massive 28. Oh, that's not gonna work. Let me try to think how I could just make the reverb inside of this shorter. Or I could sidechain it to with a compressor to group 31. That would work. I don't know. There's a lot of ways I could do this, but I guess the easiest is just to shorten this reverb. So maybe. Since I'm gonna go back into this drop here in this part, I will whatever I put where the hell is it? So whatever I put in this like part, like this vocal bit that will go here before the drop, so this emptiness, some words, and then it goes into the drop. I can put that same thing here again before it repeats again. So I'll be playing like this, some words. So what I might just do, because I want to fill that in also, is I'm just going to press Command T, create a new audio track here, and I'm going to just record something off my voice right now. So enable this. Hit it. So I got really close to the mic here, and I recorded a lot of background noise. So let me lower this, listen to it. Hit it. Hit it. Distort it a bit. Probably it's gonna do that in the YouTube video as well. Hit it. Hit it. But I'm going to show you guys maybe another cool trick. So what I want to do is maybe vocode it. So vocoder is a really fun, useful thing to use. And I loop this. And I want to modulate it to something, so maybe this bass sound, I'll just have it drag out. But I'm going to have this, I'm going to have the signal off here. Or actually, let me undo that. I'm just going to have the signal on, and then I'm going to turn it off here. And only there, so that's okay. Does it have to be on for the vocoder to work? Oh, it does, doesn't it? Shit. That sucks. No, it doesn't have to. Let me see. Well, I should be listening to this anyway. Oh, okay, well I have to set it to 39, so duh. Or group 31, or... No, yeah, it's group 31. That is so weird, so let me see if this does. That's weird. It should just be working. I'm trying to figure out. Hit it. 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 Fuck vocoder. Hit it. I've done this like a million times, so I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. Hit it. 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 So as I can see down here, I'm not getting the signal from. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. If I look down here, I'm not getting signal. So this does have to be on, but I don't want it to play. Hit it. 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 Oh, this isn't vocoding right. So this is main. Maybe I should just take the audio straight from there on the vocoder. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Okay, this vocoder is being loony, so I'm just gonna try it again. External, that's right. Audio from main. There's two mains, but it's the one underneath 33, so it's this one. There we go, it's working finally. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it, 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 hit it. Trying to get it to sound like the synthesizer saying hit it. Vocoder. So if I delete this, the vocoder won't work. I don't know, vocoder seemed like a big waste of time. Hit it. So, hit it.
hit it,
Maybe I could just distort
hit
the
it,
shit out of it. That might work too.
hit it, 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 hit it.
Reverb would probably be a go-to as well, but I want to try one more thing before that. Is like EQ, and just gotta cut out all the low stuff.
Hit it, 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 hit it.
So this is just a placeholder, but I'm kind of trying to get the sound I want.
Hit it, 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 hit it.
So
hit
yeah,
it,
that gets annoying
hit it,
listening to.
Hit it, hit it,
Yeah.
hit it.
It's like the worst vocal bit ever, but it's just again placeholding what I want. So whatever I put here as a vocal bit, so like I'll find a really cool one or record one, I'll place it here. Yeah, I'll put a lot of time on that fucking vocal bit. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video here, and the next time I start this video, I guess I'm gonna be finishing. So the next video is pretty much the last video. So I think I'll go over ghetto limiting and maybe go into mixing a bit. So I think the next video will be a mix down. So we'll see. So I'll just go ahead and end here, and thanks for watching, you guys.